All right. Says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live today. Let's scroll up and see who we got in the building. Let me see here. We got the homie Rod Neal in the building. Escobar. Slip the Jab. Gabe Moore. Ratchet since 91. Stephen L. Mizak. King Strickland here. Young World. Brother Code 10. The homie Insane. Jalen Hudson is in the building. Justin Cash. Sniper. Dale Reeve is in the building. We got the homie Justin Cash in that super chat coming through showing love early. I definitely appreciate the support, brother. We got Cap God is in the building. G Code Wody up in here. TC the Crisis. The brother DJ, brother Dean, DJ Zion Love, my brother. Let me see. Hotep Shalom. Elbow. Coach 67 Sports TV. My brother I Am Trail Will is in the building. Jared 11 Green is in here. My brother Avery Vice. BVO is in the building. Justin Jacobs. Malcolm McCory. CJ Robinson up in here. What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and knock this out. A few people in the comments wanted me to give my prediction on this state of the heavyweight, give my thoughts on the state of the heavyweights right now, and give my prediction to Moses Itauma versus Hrgovic coming up tomorrow. So 88 Sports Talk. Bright Light Report, salute. Prince Savage, what it do? All right, check it out. So we all know that young Moses Itauma is a young heavyweight phenom right now. A lot of attention. He's knocking out everything moving. To my knowledge, I don't think the man has even went past 6 rounds yet. Could be wrong, but I don't think he went past 6 rounds yet as a heavyweight. Mind the Master Musa, what it do? Dane Watson, salute. So he's knocking down everything. He's extremely fast, powerful, and surprisingly very poised for his age. He's not like some wild bull in a china shop. He just running over everything and just, smothering his own work and stuff. He's very patient, in my opinion, this kid. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Will Sinclair? What it do? Ghost Dog Black, salute. I think that Hrgovic offers an interesting test for Moses. Not that I believe Hrgovic is going to beat him. I don't. But Hrgovic is a very durable guy. He's durable. I've seen Hrgovic take some punches from some of the best, hardest punchers in the game in the heavyweight division. I've seen him take those shots and somehow remain standing. Okay. Now that doesn't mean he's gonna be able to take these shots from Moses, especially given Moses' speed and power. And combination punching. But Hrgovic, as I'm watching these interviews with him in the face-off, he seemed to be motivated, but that don't really mean nothing. But he seemed like he got a chip on his shoulder about this fight. He's saying a lot of stuff like he think that Moses had an easier route than he did because Moses was in the UK, and it was like basically he had the backing of the UK. But he said where he from, boxing is like not a big thing, so he had a harder way up. So he seems like he got a chip on his shoulder. And he wants to prove everybody wrong. Lone Star, Steph, what it do? So I think with the power and speed of Moses, I got him. I got him stopping Hrgovic. I would say, let me see if he went past 6. I think Hrgovic got to be good for like maybe 8 rounds. I want to see if Moses, but see that's the risky part though, because Hrgovic is a big dude and strong. And he can take some punishment. If Moses don't get rid of him, if he play around too long and he don't get rid of this dude, Hrgovic could have an opportunity to hurt him with something, and then we'll have to from there see what Moses is made of when it comes to his heart and chin. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we don't know none of that yet about Moses. My brother I am Trey Will with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love, brother. Since I got Moses by KO, Filip is too slow and has looked mid in his last few bouts. Salute, General, salute. Yeah, Hrgovic is definitely slow and robotic. You know, he's very slow, so I think that the speed is going to be a big factor with Moses. You know what I mean? And then Hrgovic messes up a lot too, because Hrgovic, like, he's very like he don't he go away from his jab a lot, and he kind of just like walks in or let the guy come to him, and he don't really throw a meaningful jab consistently. Hrgovic, and then on top of that, Hrgovic doesn't like he telegraphs his right hand, so this got knockout written all over it because people always talking about Wilder. Oh, Wilder, he don't set up the right hand, he just throw it. But what the hell do Hrgovic be doing? Hrgovic's right hand is garbage. It's strong, but you can see that thing coming from a mile away. You know when he's finna throw that. But anyway, yeah, I got Moses stopping him in eight rounds. You know what I mean? Moses, he's a pretty good fighter, man. I think he got a bright future ahead of him. It's gonna be interesting, especially with his youth. You know, see what's gonna happen with these fights and his future. In other heavyweight news, you got Anthony Josh. Well, first of all, Hrgovic and Moses fight for one of Usyk's vacant belts. It's the IBF. Now, Usyk dropped 3 of his belts. He dropped, for whatever reason. I guess he don't want nobody telling him what to do. So Usyk like, forget that. I'm gonna just go out here and do what I want to do, fight who I want to fight. And allegedly he want to fight Wilder, but we've heard this for like the last 4 years. Usyk talking about he want to fight Wilder, then the fight don't happen. It's always a mess. So I'm not even really gonna entertain Usyk versus Wilder until Usyk, get the fight done. If Usyk want to fight Wilder, he can make that fight happen. That's very easy to fight to make. But they do this stalling stuff, playing around, and then you thinking Wilder supposed to sit back and stall and play with you, and that's how Wilder ended up fighting Derek Chisora, because Usyk was taking forever to get the fight done. You know what I mean? So Usyk ended up fighting some kickboxer who almost beat him. But anyway, so Usyk belts is available now. So the heavyweight division is in shambles. Everybody trying to get their hands on those belts. So Slip the Jab, what's up with it? The Messenger, what it do? Now, Joshua versus Fury. I'm so sick of hearing these dudes' names, both of them, bro. I'm just tired of hearing their names. I'm tired of both of them scared of each other. I'm just being honest with you. I think both of them are scared to lose. I think Tyson Fury is scared of Joshua. And I think Joshua is afraid of Tyson Fury. And I think Eddie Hearn is afraid of Frank Warren. That's what I think. It's just a big circle jerk of nonsense from all these characters involved. So now they're supposed to have a fight done for November. But now, because supposedly they had everything done and the money agreed to and everything. But the fight was supposed to be, I guess, in the UK. But then they're saying somebody, I guess it's Fury Team or Turkey, wants the fight to be in New York City, right? Because now Fury can come back to America now, since he didn't snitched on his boy Canahan. So now he can come back to America. So now they want it back over here. They want it over here in America. So Eddie Hearn is against that. He's saying, no, well, if you want to have it in America, we want more money. We want more money because on our certain purse because we're supposed to be in the UK. But if we're going to have it in America, then now we got new investors. We want the money. We want a bigger paycheck. Tyson Fury team is saying, man, this is duck talk. Who cares where the fight going to be at? We already agreed to the fight, man. Y'all trying to find a way out the fight. And Fury's team is saying, look, if y'all keep playing games, I'm just going to fight somebody else. I don't have to fight you. So this is where we are now. And we know AJ got fight night from trying to fight in America because last time he came over here in New York, he got beat up by Andy Ruiz. But I do want to say this, though. I think it's absolutely disgusting. But remember, I told you this is going to happen. I think it's absolutely disgusting that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are talking about fighting anywhere other than the UK. I think that is absolutely disrespectful to the fans of the UK who have held them two dudes down forever. For y'all to be thinking about giving the Americans that fight, even if we're going to give y'all more money, I think it's stupidity, it's ungratefulness. But I also find it interesting that Joshua wants to fight in the UK because, this is a UK fight. It's a UK fight with two UK guys. But when you initially agreed to fight Deontay Wilder, it was supposed to be a 2-fight deal. Eddie Hearn came out and said, we might do both of them in America because America is paying more money. Now, mind you, the videos are still on YouTube for those who don't know. So Eddie said we might do both fights in America because, the America going to pay more money, or we might do one in America and one in the UK, right? Anthony Joshua reneged on the fight with Deontay Wilder, pulled out and said, because his fans on Twitter, oh, AJ, come on, don't sell out, man. Don't sell out, man. You're giving this guy too much. Don't have the fights in America. Make him come to the UK. We've been holding down boxing for years, man. You're the star. You're the A-side. Next thing you know, AJ, that's all the excuse he needed. This dude run and come on, do an interview. Yeah, well, why should we have to bend over backwards to make the fight? Why should we have to do it in America? No, you want the fight, you got to come to the UK. Woo, woo. Well, I just said, cool. I don't care. I'm coming to whoop you. We can go to the UK, whatever you want to do. Yep. And they still didn't take the fight. But, of course, y'all don't remember that. Nah, that's not what happened. Nah. Mind you, AJ and Wilder were negotiating for like 10 years on making the fight. Okay, so if you remember something different, it's probably because you remember one or two different negotiations. But I followed that whole situation. I documented all of it, okay, and did videos about all of it. So I remember it. So it's funny to me that now all of a sudden Eddie Hearn is saying he don't want to fight in America, even though they're going to pay more money. Well, no, actually he is saying they want more money if it's going to be in America. But when Wilder was offering big money to had to fight in America, Eddie Hearn and AJ reneged. Slip the Jab says AJ and Wilder got just as big of a backstory as Tank and Devin. Yeah. Yeah. 2 fights we ain't never gonna see. Tank Davis ain't never gonna fight Devin Haney, and AJ ain't never gonna fight Wilder. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. But what else going on in the heavyweight division? Um, I think Fabio Wardley is going to be fighting Dubois again in the rematch. When is that? Anybody in the chat know when that rematch is? I know they have the rematch. It should be a good one. First fight was a great fight. Slip the jab, say never because actual fear is involved. These are facts. Dudes don't want no smoke, man. They don't want no smoke at all. Dudes like Tank, they like to talk online, you know. Whenever Devin got something going on, Tank come out the woodwork just showing his haterism. You know what I mean? But when you come time to fight, nah. Okay, October 17th, bet. So Moses and Hrgovic winner will unify with Dubois Wardley winner. Yeah, hopefully. That'd be cool. Young Abel say, just like Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis, the fight was supposed to happen, but Bowe ran like a coward and trashed away the WBC belt. I never understood that from Bowe. I always thought Bowe versus Lewis would have been a great fight. Interesting. But the thing about Lennox is, man, a lot of dudes try to punk Lennox Lewis, you know what I mean? But Lennox wasn't really no punk. He was a soft-spoken, like a gentle giant dude, you know what I mean? Had that British accent, so a lot of people, you know, kind of thought they could chump him off. And there was rumors, you know, that he was zesty. It was rumors circulating that Lennox was zesty and all this type of stuff. So, Bowe, you know what I'm saying, you know, being from Brooklyn, he thought he could intimidate Lennox Lewis and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And talk crazy to him. But when Lennox wouldn't back down, that kind of put some fear in him. Mike Tyson, too. Mike Tyson tried to give him the old Brooklyn bluff. And Lennox gave him an old down from the Delta, Mississippi ass whooping. And I was so mad about that fight. Lord have mercy, I was mad. I was furious. I lost so much money on that fight. Let me see here. Escalero Gustavo in the super chat, that 10 piece. Much love and much appreciation, good brother. Salute to you. Thank you. He said we can't claim Lennox he was Canadian. Well, he I guess he represented both of them, didn't he? Because you know his roots is in Jamaica, but I think he fought for Canada in the Olympics or something like that, didn't he? He did something like that. One of the two. Mm-hmm. I got an interesting question for y'all though, since we're talking heavyweight boxing. It's an interesting question. Who do y'all think was better, Frank Bruno or Anthony Joshua? I think I asked you that before. I can't remember what your answer was. Hey man, happy birthday, CJ Robinson, turned 27. A young homie. Everybody saying Frank Bruno. Elbow say Joshua. AJ. Yeah, that's kind of a tough one, man. I don't know. AJ versus Frank Bruno. I don't know. Bruno, he was a good hard puncher, but I don't know. That's a tough one for me. He said Lennox Lewis made Mike Tyson take his medicine. Now I told you Mike Tyson was talking so crazy, and before that fight on what he'd do to Lennox. He said Lennox is a conqueror. He's no conqueror. I'm Alexander. You know, somebody, but you gonna do this, children and all this stuff. Then After the fight, Mike Tyson rubbing sweat off of Lennox Lewis' face, talking about some. I've been knowing Lennox my whole life. If Lennox think I don't love him, he's crazy. I love Lennox. Like, oh my goodness, man, that man beat you into submission. Escalero Gustavo, my brother, back in the super chapter 10 piece. Appreciate support, family. Says shout out to my friend son who boxing this weekend in Raleigh, North Carolina. Shaheen Ashford, future champ. Salute to you. Thank you for letting us know, brother. Shout out to him. You say Bruno would delete any version of Joshua? I don't know. I think Bruno definitely had a better chin. What's happening with Growing with Soul? What it do, cuzzo? Feliz Nunez. Oh, yeah, for sure. Mike Tyson definitely a boxing historian. Yeah, but anyway, I thought, I don't know. That's a tough question between Frank Bruno and Joshua. But I'll say this. As for today's heavyweights, going back to the heavyweight scene of today, it still remains to be seen what's going to happen with Fabio Wardley and Dubois. Because if Wardley come back and win this one, then that's, man, he's lining up for a trilogy now, which is going to be crazy. I believe Moses is going to beat Hrgovic, okay? But if something happens weird with that, that's going to set everybody back and have to go back and reevaluate. I'm still waiting to see what Usyk is going to do, if he's going to actually take the Wilder fight. So we can start talking about that and building that fight up. Because I'll be hesitant to even talk about some of these fights, bro, because a lot of these dudes be using the momentum. When we start building something, them guys use that momentum and then go off and fight somebody else. That's what they keep doing to Devin Haney. As soon as their name get mentioned with Devin, and it's like 100 videos get done about them, everybody tweeting about it, then they take that momentum and go sit down with their promoter and go fight somebody else. Justin Cash is in the super chat with that 2-piece. Appreciate the love, family. Says Prime David Tua versus Bruno. Who you got? I think I would have to go with a Prime David Tua because of his left hook. That's actually a good fight though. But I think I'll go with David Tua. Okay, I got one for y'all. Prime David Tua versus Ike Ibuchi. In a trilogy. That's what I want to know. Hen Dog, what it do? David Scott III, salute. In a trilogy, I'm saying. Let me know something, y'all. Said Hrgovic can hurt him, but he got to keep his distance. I don't know, man. He definitely can hurt Moses, but I don't know his speed, man. Hrgovic is too slow, man. He gonna have to really catch. He gonna have to catch Moses slipping. He said in a trilogy, you gonna like over David Tua. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Okay, I got one for y'all. Now, hear me out. Now, listen, really check this one out. On some fantasy matchup stuff. Prime for prime. a prime Mike Tyson. And when I say, this is my own personal opinion, between 1986 and 1988. I'm only saying that because that's when he had Kevin Rooney as his trainer. Um, After that, his style changed up. He became more of a headhunter and just relied on his power. But Mike Tyson, from 1986 to 1988, versus a prime Joe Frazier. Who y'all got? I gotta hear this. So what up, 78 chat? Ike wins always. Wanted to know Tua Tyson. Tua Tyson would have been real good, especially the Tyson that came out of jail. That version of Mike Tyson, where he was a pinch slower, heavier, that'd have been real interesting. Okay. Abel say Joe Frazier, Elbow say Tyson. A lot of y'all saying Joe. Okay. Said why just play with them two on the game yesterday. So you was wondering the same thing. Yeah. You say Smoking Joe smokes him. Hey man, I got Tyson in that one, bro. Man, you give me Mike Tyson, 19, the one who fought Michael Spinks. You give me him, man. You gonna be hard pressed to find somebody throughout boxing history for me to say he's gonna beat that dude right there. Yeah, that Mike Tyson was on the mission when he used to do that little neck cracking thing. Yeah, that boy was fast, powerful, just devastating, man. Just a bulldog, man. Just all over you, wouldn't let you breathe, man. Now Joe Frazier was that dude. Don't get me wrong. Joe was that dude. But nah, I think Mike would have hit Joe all upside his head, man. All upside his head. You see what George Foreman had had Joe Frazier all over the place. Otherwise, like him with the 5-piece, with the 2-piece, was that 5-piece? 2-piece, appreciate the love. Let me see here. Justin Cash back in the super chat. He said Prime Winky Wright, Prime Keith Thurman. Winky Wright. Yeah, Winky Wright. Keith Thurman wouldn't have been able to hit him hit Winky flush. In my opinion, I think Winky Wright would have beat him. He said Foreman would beat Tyson as well. Maybe. I don't know. Could have. Big George wasn't no joke. Especially that young one. The man had some wild thudding punches. But he threw some wide punches, man. The only thing about Foreman that would put him in danger against Prime Tyson is Tyson's speed, power, and because Foreman, he brought his punches way back from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? He swinging them wide, and by the time you doing that, Tyson get that timer down, might be something nasty. But at the same time, if Big George hit Tyson a few times, because George had a different type of power. That was like it's like a thudding power, boom, like it's different. Like Tyson power was fast and explosive, but George's was like a how can I describe it? Like a 9mm, and a Desert Eagle. Both of them get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure the 9mm bullet travels at a faster speed, and it's still powerful. However, that dirty bird gonna do something vicious to you. It ain't gonna travel as fast, but when it land, it's gonna put a hole in something vicious. If you know what I'm saying. Justin Cash say prime Peter McNeely, prime David Allen. That's a good question. That's a good fight, actually. That's actually a good fight. McNeely come out with that hurricane style, jumping all over you. And he tried. I don't know. I think in the first 2 or 3 rounds, I got Peter McNeely. If it goes past that, I got Dave Allen easy. I don't know. That's a good fight, though. Said Prime Holmes versus Lennox. I'm going to go with Larry. But it won't be easy. But I'm going to go with Larry on that one. You said Chris Bird versus Ben Whitaker. I think I'm going to go with Chris Bird. James Toney versus Marvin Hagler at 160. I'm not picking against Hagler at 160. I think Hagler, even though James just is a dog, but I'm going to go with Hagler on that one. African Thor in the super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the support. Says Prime Mike versus me. I'm dodging Mike. Easy work. He says, sleep. Yeah, man. I love to fight Mike Tyson. I'll fight Mike Tyson right now. All you got to do is give me a meal. Give me a meal. Because as soon as I'm going to step out there, I'm going to swing. I'm going to hit him with something. I'm going to hit him in his arm, something. And then when I wake up, I'm going to be rich. I'm like, yeah, buddy. And I ain't never going to watch the fight. I ain't never watching that. Demolition Job. Now, that's a good fight, Escobar. Prince Ahmed versus Tank. Prince Nassim Ahmed, man, I would have loved to see that one, actually. Whoo, that's a nice one. Power. I think I'm going to go with Tank on that one, though. I think. I don't know, because Tank wasn't as good as he is now. He wasn't that good back then at the smaller weight classes. Because for him to fight Ahmed, he would have to fight him at a smaller weight class. Ahmed might beat him back then. Prince Ahmed might beat him back then. So how about Juan Marquez versus Eric Morales? They didn't fight. He did fight. No, I guess not. Marquez, I got Marquez. I am Legend Boxing, my brother with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says Manny Pacquiao versus Evan Valero. Yeah, back in them days, I think Evan Valero would have probably beat Pacquiao. Probably stopped him. Yeah, probably. It's tough to say, though. Said Mosley versus Trinidad at 147. Man, that's a good fight, man. It's hard to say because, Trinidad used to load his gloves, man. I tell you what, if Shane Mosley had brother Nassim in his corner, I got Shane. Now, the real fight, I'm telling you, man, the fight, I always bring this up, 135, Shane Mosley versus Duran. That would have been a hellacious fight. Duran was mean, vicious, but Mosley at 135, one of the best lightweights I've ever seen. He don't get no credit for it, though. because mostly remembered for his work at 147 and stuff like that. Said Duran versus Triple G at 160. I got Duran. Rigo versus Shakur at one of them booger weights. What, like 126 or something? I don't know, man. Rigo was better at the smaller weights, man. Rigo was better at the small weights. TC the Crisis said the only one beating Shane at 135 is Floyd. I agree with that. Let me see. Yeah, I got Durant too. Over, well, not over Shane, but I got him over Triple G. Jack Johnson versus Joe Louis Prime. Tough one, man. I don't know. You got me on that one. I don't know, bro. So it's so many different ways I can look at that. I don't know. Because Jack was definitely tougher, I think, fighting bare knuckle. Fighting unlimited rounds, and yeah, I might have to go with Jack, man. But Joe was a beast too. Julian Jackson versus Adonis Stevenson. I got Adonis Stevenson. Stevenson too big for Julian Jackson. So don't know if anyone mentioned this, but Ray Leonard versus Aaron Pryor. That's an excellent fight. I think I would go with Ray Leonard, even though Ray Leonard was duck Aaron Pryor. I don't know. I think I would go with Ray Leonard. Now, even better fight would be Aaron Pryor versus Manny Pacquiao at 140. Aaron Pryor versus Pacquiao at 140. Who y'all got? Yeah, Rick Ross. I still go fishing, man. I just ain't been in a few weeks. See Andre Ward versus Benavidez. Whew. That would have actually been a war, I think. The Benavidez style versus Andre Ward's IQ and skill set. That would have been a real tough fight, man, for both of them. I think. Yeah, that one. I think Benavidez would have actually pushed Dre. He would have brought the best out of Andre Ward. I got Ward though. What's up, beautiful brown sugar? Tay Tay is in the building. Dylan G said Benavidez beats Ward. Think so at 168? I don't know. I don't know, man. Ward was very good. Ward is underestimated with his psychological warfare, getting in your head, finding your weaknesses, taking your best weapons away from you, roughing you up, bullying you in the ring. You know, yeah. I don't know. I got Ward, man. I think Ward's smarter. Benavidez would have brought the best out of him, though. But Benavidez, he liked that yayo too much to beat Ward. Ward would have figured that out. He would have exploited that. You see how he did Kovalev. Do I think Mike Duck really both? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they want to fight each other. Just like I don't think Mike and Shannon Briggs want to fight each other. They're from the same place. Andre Ward versus James Toney at 168 or 175. Classic fight, man. Ooh wee! If they fought 3 times, I think one of them would win one. I think James Toney beats Ward 2 out of 3 times. To me, I think James Toney beats Ward 2 out of 3 times. Charlie Burley versus Sugar Ray Robinson. Uh, Tough fight, man. I'm gonna have to go with Charlie Burley only because Sugar Ray Robinson ducked him on several occasions. I'm gonna have to go with Charlie Burley on that one. Prime Briggs versus Joshua. I got Shannon the Cannon. I got Shannon the Cannon destroying Anthony Joshua. Especially if the fight is in New York. Come on, it's a wrap. It's over with. Chavez versus Spence at 147. I got Earl because Chavez at 147 wasn't the best version of himself. I think I see if you give me Chavez at 140 versus let me see. Hmm. Who'd be a good matchup for Chavez at 140 from a historical standpoint? You know what? I actually would like to see. You said Luis Castillo. That'd been good, but Chavez would have beat him. I think. I wouldn't mind watching. Oh, you say Zab Judah? That'd been good. Yeah, that'd been good. Zab Judah versus Chavez at 140. Yeah, that'd been real good. Yeah, because Chavez would be a threat constantly. I think Shakur versus Chavez would be good too. Let me see here. You say P78. How about Bud versus the '80s welterweights? I think Terence Crawford could hold his own in any era. Any era to me. Ray Robinson versus Bud. It's a tough fight, man, but it's hard for me to say because Ray Robinson's best fights was at 147, but we ain't really got no footage of him. We got a lot of his middleweight stuff, and we got all the books and stories about him at 147. So I don't want to disrespect Bud and say that Robinson would beat him at 147 when I've seen all Bud's fights at 147, but I haven't seen Robinson's fights at 147. Even though I'm keeping him on his Mount Rushmore as the greatest, up there with Muhammad Ali and all them, but I'm not. I can't say definitively he would beat Bud. Devin Haney versus Corrales. Devin Haney. Yeah, Corrales is a beast, but Devin would have stopped him. If he never not stopped him, he definitely would have outclassed him. So Chavez, I would love to see Chavez. I pay for Chavez versus Mayweather, especially at 135. 135, 140, Chavez versus Mayweather. I pay $500 to see that right now. Matter of fact, whoever that dude who be making them AI videos, tell him to put that together. Chavez versus Mayweather. Shazab versus Tank. I would love to see that. I got Zab beat Tank. Yeah, at 140. Yeah, Zab would have been. Zab was finna beat Costa Zoo, bro. Only thing is he got caught, and he wasn't used to being knocked down. He got up too quick, trying to prove he wasn't hurt. He should have stopped, looked at, evaluated the situation, and then got back up. He would have beat Costa Zoo, in my opinion, at least. He just made a mistake. So so Zab much faster than Tank. Zab punch harder than Tank. Well, I ain't gonna say he punched harder than Tank. Uh, Zab, his left hand got to Zab left hand reached his destination way faster than Tank does. Tank got a nasty, sneaky uppercut, just vicious. But yeah, Zab was that dude though. Joseph Brown in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the support. The Terrence Crawford versus Roy Jones. I got Roy. Shout out to Bud though, but I got Roy. Roy just, especially talking about 168, man. Come on, bro. Forget about it. 160, 168 Roy was just something I never seen before in my life. Just when people say God-given talent, that's what they're talking about. Don't even need no jab. Just this man like 10 feet away from you and just leap in with a left hook and put you to sleep. Catch you with it too. Speed, power. Especially when Roy had that shag, forget about it. Justin Cash in the super chat, the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. It says Prime Barry Hearn versus Prime Bob Arum. Who wins? I'm gonna go with Bob because Bob had mob connections, and Bob was gonna figure out how to win that fight. Trust me. Ain't got no. You can forget about that. Ain't nobody finna beat Bob. Maybe Don King might get him, but nah. Let me see. TC the Crisis say Roy at 160, 168, Floyd at 140, Shane at 135. Some of the best all time. I agree. I can watch them fights forever. Bro, I can sit back, watch Roy Jones fights on YouTube. I used to have all of them on DVD, but now they are old and molded and stuff. But I can watch Roy Jones fights, old ones, and just reminisce. James Toney fights, old Floyd fights. Like you say, Shane Mosley at 135. Some of the best stuff you ever see, man. Some of the best stuff you'll see. Said 78 Kid Austin versus Tank. Tough fight, man. But I'm just being honest with you. I think right now, at this stage right now, I think Kid Austin beats Tank. I have my reasons. I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to alert Tank. But, yeah. Tank is right for the pickings right now. He right for the pickings. And that's why his scary self won't fight Devin Haney right now. He better not fight even Shakur. If Tank fights Shakur, Devin, or Kid Austin, or either one of them going to beat him. Now, remember I told y'all this same thing about Loma. I told y'all, I said, whoever gets Loma first is going to beat him. If it's T.O., if it's Devin, if it's Tank. Whoever catch him first is going to get him. T.O. got him first. Exactly. Never going to fight him. G-Code said, I didn't know James Toney was that cold. I'm trying to tell you. Man, James was that dog, man. James Toney was an absolute dog. That's like an artist, man. And stood right in front of you, too. James stood right in front of you and made you miss and pay. You know what I'm saying? Old school still. You know what I mean? Just cold with it. Not a lot of fighters can do that. A lot of fighters got to use their legs, get out the way. Not every one of them can stand in front of you with that stance, and you know what I'm saying, and use that torso movement and shoulder roll. That, you know what I'm saying, that shell. Iron Waffle say RIP Vernon Forrest. Yeah, for sure. Another fight I would love to have seen at 147 would be Thomas the Hitman Hearns at 147 versus Floyd Mayweather. I got Tommy Hearns in that one. I've been saying that though for years. I've been saying that for years. And then everybody get mad when I said, man, Floyd got more accomplishments, man. You're not talking about no accomplishments, dude. I'm talking about fighting. Styles make fights. What's up, Village brother? Say Tito Trinidad versus Cotto. Real good fight. I got Trinidad though because I think Trinidad was meaner. Cotto was a nice guy, great boxer, great, but he was such a nice guy up in the ring. I think Trinidad was mean. Trinidad tried to get you out of there, but every punch, everything he swung, that left hook. Yeah, I think that left hook would have. That left hook would have been a highlight reel stoppage. I think he would have got Cotto up out of there, in my opinion. I got one for y'all. Talk about a press conference for the ages. A press conference for the ages, bro. Oh my God. Prime Adrian Bronner versus a prime Hector Macho Camacho. Talk about man. The build up to that fight would have been diabolical. The build up to that fight would have been crazy. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'd love to see that one, man. He said R. Kelly versus Stevie Wonder. No, I'm not putting nobody over Stevie Wonder. Even though I love R. Kelly, I think R. Kelly is the king of R&B. But nah, that man Stevie Wonder was blind, but was writing lyrics as if he could see. He just seen the world in a different situation. He said that would end in a massive brawl. Yeah, you talking about Camacho and in the Broner. Man, that would have been crazy, dog. That would have been crazy. So you don't like Tommy Stamina versus Floyd? Yeah, I mean, Floyd would have to apply pressure though. See, it's one thing if you apply pressure on Tommy, yeah, you okay. Now the stamina can come into question, but if you trying not to get hit, you not walking him down, which I don't see Floyd walking down Tommy Hearns. Insane, get up out of here. R. Kelly is definitely the king of R&B to me. I'm just saying I'm not putting nobody over Stevie Wonder. I got my own personal reasons. Stevie, that dude. He said UGK versus Outkast. I'm not answering that question. I'll drink to that one. If this is drink champs, I'll drink to that one. Forget that. I ain't answering that question at all. Grant Hill versus Derrick Rose. Grant Hill. Nah, I take that back. I don't know. Depending on what we talking about, bro. You talking about potential? Grant Hill. But then again, Derrick Rose too, potential. I ain't answering that question either. Yeah, I pass on both them questions. Stevie Wonder versus Ray Charles. That's a diabolical question. I'm not answering that either. Look at Stephen L. Hater. Stephen L. the Mac versus 78. See this? Look, you see Stephen L. Told you, man. Stephen L. Man, this brother here, man. This brother here. Stephen L. I'm gonna win. I don't care if we playing spades, dominoes, macking on hoes, whatever it is. I'm gonna win. Making sandwiches, you did, bench pressing, whatever it is. Insane. Now you know my listen. That goes without saying. It's gonna be my game. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian versus Superhead. Depending on what we're talking about. As we talking about like as a little side thing to you know what I'm saying? Or we talking about something you finna be with. If it's something I'm finna be with, I'll play that game with Kim Kardashian because she a billionaire. So I'm gonna play that game with her. Yeah, I'll sure be over there. To be loved. Oh God, what a feeling to be loved. I'll be over there working it. Niggas gonna be on the internet calling me a simp. Oh man, this nigga simping. Yep. I'm like, so will. Say whatever you gotta say, make yourself feel better, player. I'm in the south of France right now. You know what I'm saying? Eating a cheeseburger made out of goat cheese, you dig? I'm out here doing all this exquisite shit. You niggas on the internet calling me a simp. I'm gonna take that. Justin Cash with the 2-piece, appreciate the love. He says, Carmen Hayes versus Jada Fire. Carmen Hayes. I love Carmen Hayes. She just as nasty as she wanna be. Carmen Hayes is my baby. Even though Jada Fire was fire. He said BFTB versus AJ. Yeah, I got BF all day because we gonna jump AJ. If we jumping him. As soon as AJ stand up and get in BF face, we packing him out. We're going to do him like the young boys did Tiger. Sheila E. Stormy, salute to the sensei. He said Sheila E. versus Vanity. As far as musical talent, of course, Sheila E. If you're talking about me having the pleasure of having one as my side piece or something, gotta be Vanity. Got to be Vanity. Yeah, musical talent wise, you know it's Sheila E. Gotta be her. Jambalaya versus Soul Food. Soul Food. Let me see here. He said, "Oh yeah. Oh boy, passed away. Yeah, old girl cousin from Men's Society, the one who tried to run down on Kane, and old boy from Players Club." Yeah, R.I.P. to him. R.I.P. to the brother. Forgot his real name, but the brother played Eddie Kane in the Five Heartbeats. Let me see what we got here. Okay, I got one for y'all. 168. David Benavidez versus James Lights Out Tony. Who you got? Yeah, Sheila E. musically, man, them drums, that woman was wicked. All right, so insane. You got Benavidez over James Tony. The Sensei got James Tony. DOG got Tony. Everybody else got Tony. Yeah, I actually have Tony stopping Benavidez. I know that sounds crazy because y'all ain't never seen Benavidez get hurt or nothing, but that's how good James Tony was. I just want you to go back and watch his career. It ain't gonna take you that long. Go back and watch his career. Just sit back one day, just take you a weekend, right? When ain't no boxing on, and just go to Box Rec, right? And look at James Tony's earliest fights, and it's look and see if YouTube got him, and just start from there and watch him, and stay in order. Listen to the commentary. Listen to some of them. Sometimes you even lucky enough to get the 30 minutes before the fight of them just talking and telling you about some of the politics that was going on at the time and all that. I'm telling you, bro, go back and watch James Tony. At 168, nah. Ain't no way Benavidez beating him, bro. No way. I don't even think Benavidez can beat him at 175. So you got, let me see here. Let me see. Who we got here? Afro Rican G, my brother in the super chat, that 5-piece, appreciate love. He says Tony versus Ward at 168. I thought we answered that one. Did we not answer that one? Tony versus Ward. I can't see Andre beating him. I could be wrong. I can't see Dre beating him though, bro. I just can't. I'm gonna say this for one. The high level skill set of Tony. Now I know Kovalev was able to drop Ward at 175, and Ward recovered well and got up and did his thing. But at 168, I think James Toney, even though Ward was a master, I think James Toney would have caught him faster. And if James Toney catch you, that's like running from a pit bull and falling down. That's like running from Jason Voorhees in the woods and you trip over a log. We already know how this is going to end. It's over. At least in my opinion, it's saying this is diabolical. The DA versus Keefe D. The DA finna win this one. Keefe D, he ruined himself. Usyk versus Holyfield. Woo-wee. Got Holyfield, man. Could be wrong, but I got Evander. The real deal. Who y'all got on that one? Whether cruiserweight or heavyweight, I still got Evander. That's a good fight, though. Another fight I pay to see. Matter of fact, I might watch both Holyfield fights later on today. I might watch them after I do my game dog talk. Our snap in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the support. So Devin Alexander versus Lamont Peterson, who wins and why? I thought they fight. They didn't fight. Lamont Peterson and Devin, they didn't fight. Man, that's tough, man. Because at 140, both of them was good. I thought they fought. Did they fight? Let me see. I was a bit high on Devon Alexander. I interviewed him a few times, and Lamont Peterson. Man, that's a good fight, bro. I don't know. I like both of them, but I think Lamont. I think I like Lamont love his style a little more. You know what I'm saying? I think I got Lamont. I think, but Devon Alexander was very, very good at one point, and then he just kind of like I don't really know what happened. I had to go back and look at some of my old videos and see where he went wrong. I think he got addicted to pills or something. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong, but I think he got addicted to pills. Started popping them pills or something. Say Sweet Pea versus who? I missed that. What y'all say? Let me see. I see everybody saying Sweet Pea, but Sweet Pea versus who? Oh yeah, he definitely Lamont Peterson definitely beat Danny Garcia and got robbed. I remember that. Yeah, that fight irritated me. Oh, you say Sweet Pea versus Shakur? Oh yeah, that's all day Sweet Pea, all day. That's not even no good fight, to be honest with you. Because Shakur is gonna be surprised at Sweet Pea's power. He's gonna be frustrated they can't land flush that he want to on um on Sweet Pea, and Sweet Pea gonna be more aggressive, way more aggressive than Shakur. He's gonna throw so many punches. He punch hard. He gonna be trying to get rid of Shakur. Shakur gonna be real uncomfortable in that fight. Start crying and whining to the ref, and yeah, Sweet Pea easy. Yeah, Devon. Yeah, he definitely smoked Maidana. I predicted that win, and all the racists on YouTube at the time got mad at me. You only picking Alexander because he's black. That's the only thing you're doing. You don't fool me. Even told everybody how he was gonna win. They didn't want to hear me. Yeah, man, YouTube used to be racist. Still is, but you know what I'm saying. Afro Rican G with a two piece. Appreciate the support. He says Laura versus Tony at 54. Um, well, I don't. You talking about James Tony? I don't want to judge Tony at nothing below 160. I'll take Laura versus Tony at 160. I got Tony. The Laura Hill current champion at 160 still, ain't he? So I got Tony. You know what I'd love to see? I would love to see Keyshawn Davis versus Roberto Duran. That'd be one time in my life I would love to see a ninja get beat down brutally. Because Duran will beat that boy up something nasty. Because you know Keyshawn, first of all, Keyshawn probably won't even show up to the fight. So I don't even know why I'm even bringing that up. Because you know he probably ain't going to show up. He said Keyshawn here versus the old school Comb. Well, Keyshawn here going to win. Because, shit, man, tell you something. You gonna have all them little teeth in the comb popping off. Yeah, Durant gonna beat that boy up. All right. Somebody in the chat earlier. Somebody said something about. They said. They say something about. Ike Corte. Yeah, Ike Corte was my guy. The bazooka. That's my dude. Ike Corte beat up a lot of these welterweights today. But they ain't gonna never. Ike Corte underrated to me. I thought he was. I thought I don't know. I thought he beat De La Hoya, man. At least it was. I don't know. It was close. It was close. Brown Sugar say, which is more dangerous in the streets, MMA or boxing? Or boxing? It depends. Depends on who you're around. If it's a one-on-one situation, MMA all day MMA. If you in a group, if you got one dude who know MMA and he's surrounded by a pack of wild YNs, the last thing you want to do around some YNs is end up on the ground because they finna pack you out. And they'll talk all this mess like they want to, it's going to be a head-up fight. As soon as you start whooping their homeboy and he on the ground, you kick him or something, you finna get blindsided like something vicious. I'm trying to tell you. So your best bet in certain environments, you got to know both. You got to know how to box, stay on your feet, watch your back, put your back against the wall and let it go. But if it's a one-on-one situation, ain't nobody around, MMA all day. Let me see here. Tay say, what would you do if you see a man with cauliflower ear? Well, if somebody talking crazy to you, they got cauliflower ear, then you already know it's time to, you know what I'm saying? You already know what you got to do. This ain't finna be no fight. I ain't finna let you get it over to me. Who the hell calling me? Yeah, but other than that, man, say if a boxer knock MMA fighter out, no time for grappling. Yeah, but like I say, you gotta be able to hit him. You gotta be able to hit him before he can grab you. You gotta be able to hit him before he can grab you. You gotta stay away from that joker, man. He said Karate Kev versus Delta Force, Chuck Norris. Karate Kev all day. You put Karate Kev up against Frank Dukes, Bruce Lee, any of them, they all getting slept. Clutch City, what's happening with it? In the super chat, he says Danny Garcia versus Tank at 140. Tank. He said Abel said next week we should do a show on the greatest running backs. That's cool. We can do that. No problemo. I got one for y'all. Check this one out. John Rambo versus what's the boy name? Colonel Braddock. Chuck Norris and Missing in Action. So Colonel Braddock versus John Rambo. Chuck Norris versus Rambo. Who y'all got? Braddock was a beast too. Everybody saying Rambo. Yeah, I got Rambo too, but yeah, I like Colonel Braddock. Whoops cold. D man said he got Chuck. I think in a fight, a one-on-one fight, I think Chuck is gonna drag Rambo in a fight. But if you're talking about well, I mean that's what we're talking about actually, a fight though. So I don't know, man. I think Colonel Braddock we're gonna beat Rambo in the fight. If you're talking about both of them got a mission to go get rescue these hostages or something like that, now we might be talking neck and neck, or Rambo might get him. Said Crawford versus Julian Jackson. I got Crawford. As long as he don't get hit. Okay. Say the Village Brothers say Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers. Yeah, that's a good one, man. But see, if we're gonna judge this properly, then this is what I'm saying. We're gonna take Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 3 up to Part 4. Right? Because after that they start turning Jason into some supernatural spirit and all this kind of crazy stuff. Right? So from Part 3, Jason Voorhees from Part 2, I guess. From Part 2 to 4. Okay? Or even 5, 2 to 5. Right? And then from Michael Myers we go from Halloween 1 to Halloween 4. Right? Part 3 don't count, but you know what I'm saying. So now, if we're gonna do that, I'm picking Mike, man. I'm picking Mike. Jason was strong. He was strong. He devastating and all that stuff, man. But I'm sorry, man. I'm only scared of one man on this earth, and that's Michael Myers. They took this nigga. First of all, he didn't murk the whole family. He tried to. They done took the man, took the boy, at 6 years old, 7, however old he was, put him in a mental hospital. He break out and steal a car and know how to drive. And then went hunting down his sister. He got to get her too. She got to go. She ain't did nothing to the man. He don't even know her. He just knows she exists and she got to go. Now, Jason, pretty much like, look, y'all stay out of my hood, y'all safe. If you come to Camp Crystal Lake and you think you're finna get some coochie on this lake, I'm murking everybody. That's how Jason get down. I'm scared of Mike. He said 78 versus the T-Rex. You already know how I'm going to do the T-Rex. I'm going to mow him down. You get me a Gatling gun, whatever gun Jesse Ventura had on Predator. You give me that joker there, I'm mowing down the T-Rex. I'm taking his legs apart first. He's going to fall over, looking all stupid, not knowing what happened. Then I'm going to proceed to drill into his forehead. Get him up out of here. Say Rocky versus speech therapy. Lord have mercy. That's diabolical, bro. Bring me that right. Okay. Somebody said Chucky versus Bushwick Bill. That's stupid. Now I got one for you though. Leprechaun versus Chucky. Leprechaun versus Chucky. Who y'all got? Who's scarier? I should say. Who's scarier? Leprechaun versus Chucky. Say Leprechaun. Nah, I ain't scared of Leprechaun. I mean, he's scary, but Chucky is different though. Now I'm more scared of little dude. Now I beat. Now don't get me wrong. I smoke Chucky. You know what I'm saying? I smoke him. It's hard. It's easier to smoke Chucky than it is Leprechaun. You know what I'm saying? But I seen a girl pick up Chucky and throw him into a fire. If a girl can do that, trust me, I got Chucky. I got something for him. I'm gonna lock him in my dog kennel. Let the dogs deal with him. Tear him right on up. Get him up out of here. And plus, the Leprechaun, as long as you ain't got none of his gold, you good. You'll keep your hands off of other people's gold. You know what I'm saying? Say Chucky no voodoo. Yeah, Chucky, you been asleep. You wake it up to some more a day Dewey Dimbalad. It's a wrap. Let me see here. Andrew Top said, I'm tearing up both Leprechaun and Chucky. Yeah. So Leprechaun with Merc Chucky. You know, he got magic. He got magical powers. Said Melvin from Baby Boy versus Debo from Friday. I got Melvin. Debo, of course, can fight, but Debo's kind of a punk too, though. Debo was kind of a punk. Debo was like a bully, so he pick and choose like who he want to mess with. Plus Debo be having like dirty drawers on, so you know he one of them dirty little hood dudes and stuff. Melvin to do something to him. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? Melvin used to gang bang too. Nah. Yeah, Debo got them doodle drugs. He said Melvin got bent over in Pulp Fiction. No, he didn't. That's a whole nother character. You ain't finna throw that one on Melvin. You ain't finna put that on Melvin. Okay, I got one for y'all. And I think me and Tate argued about this before. RoboCop versus Terminator. The first Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The first one that came looking for smoke. Him versus RoboCop. Who y'all got? I got Terminator. Yeah, man, RoboCop was super slow, bro. You see how you ever go back and look at RoboCop, the one we grew up on? This man walking super slow and old robotic, man. And, man, Terminator was like a cyborg, man. Terminator, man, please destroy RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop wouldn't make it. RoboCop couldn't make it today. Terminator still could make it today. Today, we still ain't got no technology to beat Terminator. But RoboCop, they can make a RoboCop right now, bro. I done seen uh, Elon Musk now making all kind of little, man, they got Hobots and all kind of stuff now. I seen a dude on Instagram with a Hobot. He telling her to open up her mouth, roll her tongue around. I'm like, oh my God. These dudes got vicious out here. Say RoboCop versus Judge Dredd. That's a good one. Uh, I go RoboCop with him. Maybe. Simone Phoenix versus Blade. Simone Phoenix. Who's Simone Phoenix? Simone Phoenix. Who's Simone Phoenix? Insane. Say Insane versus the demon from The Exorcist. Man, you better leave that one alone. You talking about Insane versus the devil? I don't know. I don't know, man. Better leave the devil alone. Keep the devil way down in the hole. Say the Blob versus the Thing. I'm gonna go with the Thing. I got one for y'all. See, Act Reach need to be here for this one. Um, Jean Grey versus Wonder Woman. What I got? See the Mac versus Superfly. It's a tough one, man. As far as movies go, I like both of the movies, man. I think both of them classics for different. Um, yeah, they both. That's a tie for me. Ain't no love for Wonder Woman up in here. She-Ra versus Wonder Woman. That's a good one. She-Ra versus Wonder Woman. I'm gonna go with I love Wonder Woman though, especially old girl who played her in the movies. Them Wonder Woman movies is dope, bro. I don't know if y'all watched them Wonder Woman movies that came out a few years ago. Y'all need to go watch that. Them is some good movies. But I'm gonna go with She-Ra just because she He-Man's sister and He-Man my dog. Insane, asking ridiculous question. John Gotti versus Lucky Luciano. Lucky Luciano. Lucky Luciano was one of the original uh, guys who helped start the Five Families. I think Gotti was a legend in our time, but a boss is boss. Lucky Luciano. Said 78 just want to smash Wonder Woman. These are facts. Okay. X-Men. All of the X-Men versus the Avengers. How's that work out? Joseph Brown, my brother with the two-piece, appreciate the love, says Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes versus Delphonics. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm going to pass on that one. Said Batman versus who? Um, Iron Man. I don't know. I just Batman. I just like Batman character. He's more like Batman. He got all these little gadgets and stuff like that. But he's a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like Iron Man too. Yeah, that's actually a good fight, I guess. Iron Man, he can fly and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. You know, Tay Tay love her some Superman. I told you, Superman, an illegal alien. Like I'm never gonna pick somebody who snuck into this Earth. He snuck on the planet. This man is snuck on the planet. All right, because you hiding from somebody else. So you snuck on our planet, getting government all stealing jobs and stuff, man. Man, get pack this dude up. Yeah, get Superman up out of here. Yeah, Batman was my guy. Said Tony Stark is sick without that suit. Yeah. The only thing good about Superman, he was from Krypton. That's it. Everything else about Superman, he's an illegal alien. I don't like him. And when he not Superman, he be acting like a zesty dude. You gotta say Shaka Khan versus who? Act in the building. What do Act? Say hand to hand combat. Iron Man can't mess with him. The Batman, of course not. I agree. Mariah Carey versus Shanti. Oh, that's not even no contest. You talking about singing? Come on, Mariah Carey, please. Singing Mariah Carey all day. Now we talking about relations. Then you go ahead and give me a Shanti. I'll take a Shanti. You know what I mean? You said Shaka Khan versus who? Tina Marie? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not answering that one either. I love both of them, especially, you know what I'm saying? Look here, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'll keep both of them. he say he said Superman wear red drawers outside his pants, pack them up. That's facts though. All right, I got one for y'all. Martin, the TV show from the '90s versus Fresh Prince of Bel Air. That's not as easy as you think. I don't think so. I think that's a tough one there. Justin Cash with the two piece appreciate the love says Superman weakness was green crack rock. Uh-huh. Everybody saying Martin. Okay. Everybody saying Martin. That's a tough one to me, man. I don't know. Because Martin, the first couple of seasons was classic. Then it just started getting whackety whack when Gina was in somewhere else, and they started tripping a little bit. Fresh Prince of Bel Air lasted longer. Okay, best TV father. The best TV father. Bill Cosby, so Cliff Huxtable, or let me go with James Evans from Good Times. Joseph Brown with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says Martha and the Mandelas versus Diana Ross and Supremes. Act, you gotta be tripping. Act said Michael Jackson versus Drake. You just want to hear Drake get destroyed. So y'all say James Evans over Cliff Huxtable? I don't know, man. James Evans was my favorite TV dad, but I don't know if he was a better. I can't say he was a better dad than Cliff Huxtable. Can't say it. James wore the same pants, the same corduroys every day too. They would never let James change his pants. Insane diabolical. Nick say Cliff. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, James my favorite TV dad, but I think Cliff Huxtable was. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be a better father than that. Man, a doctor, wife a lawyer, came home every day, got his kids through college, all his daughters and got married off. Hey man, I don't know. I got Cliff. Better pimp, Kennedy versus Sinatra. I'll say Sinatra because Sinatra, he survived, long as he could. Kennedy, yeah, he became president, but he got help from the mob to become president. Then he snaked them, and then they took him out. They got him up out of here. So I don't know. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. DX versus NWO. NWO for me. Hulk Hogan coming out there with that belt, the spray paint. Man, please, man, that was my favorite. Man, listen, man. NWO, before it got oversaturated, it just started letting everybody in it. When the NWO first started, like that first year, man, that was the greatest television wrestling I think I had ever seen. When Hogan turned heel, and him and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall used to be in that ring, and they recruiting other people. Then they come down there just to get to whooping people with that belt. Like, man, this man is whooping people with his belt, bro. Like they his children. Man, it was just funny as bro. I see me and my cousin, and she's like, oh man, we sit down and watch it. But I used to love that. I wasn't even watching WWE at that time. I only watched WCW, and then I would peek in from time to time, depending on who was fighting, and watch WWE. Yeah, I'll do that. Hillary Banks versus Denise Huxtable. What we talking about? What's the criteria? We talking about smashing? Or we talking about the better daughter? If you talking about the better daughter, I gotta go with Denise. Smashing. Hmm. I like Hillary, man. I like Hillary. She just seemed like she kind of threw me off a little bit. Hillary kind of seemed like she'd be cool until she ain't cool. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as something don't go her way, you know, my father is a judge. My father's a lawyer. I'm gonna say you did this to me and all that kind of crazy, man. Hillary versus Whitley. I'll take Hillary. Whitley from a different world. She was never my thing. I never liked Whitley. I mean, I didn't dislike her. I just never, like, I ain't never jack off to her ever in life. Never. It's that bird nose for me, man. That bird nose, can't do it. Let's see here. Denise was the better daughter. Hillary was the better looking woman to me. I think Denise, as when she got older, Lisa Bonet, when she got old, she got fine as she got older. When she got older, she was a smoke show. The Wood versus the Brothers, both classic movies. Um, both classics. I like both of the movies, man. I think The Wood was funnier. Robin Givens versus Kim Fields. Oh my God, man. My goodness gracious. I was so in love with Kim Fields as a child. She had the prettiest smile and dimples. Oh, I love that girl, man. She used to be on Facts of Life. Boy, I couldn't wait to watch me some Facts of Life with some Kim Fields, boy. My goodness gracious. Robin Givens was cool. She was real sexy in like the late 80s, early 90s. But I never forgave her for what she did to Mike Tyson in that interview. So I never really, I mean, I liked her in Boomerang and Rage in Harlem. Rage in Harlem, yeah, Robin Givens was definitely the deal. But she had a big old head, bro. She had a real big head, man. She used to wear her that big hairstyle, like a Barbie doll. Yeah, she's a bobblehead, big faux head, bobblehead chick. But Kim Fields for me. Said Pam versus Gina. For me, it was Pam. I always liked Pam more than Gina. But then again, I like Shireen more than Sydney in House Party. I don't know. I got my little things that I like. You know what I'm saying? Gina cool though. She cool. Said 90s Jada Pickett versus who? Stephen L. say Foxy Brown versus Remy Ma. Fox Boog all day. Give me Fox Boog all day. I used to have when I was in New York. I had a girlfriend that looked just like Foxy Brown back in there, back in them days. Lord have mercy. Chocolate, she wanted to be. Skin looked like you just opened up a Hershey kiss. Lord have mercy. Niggas was hating on me too. They was hating on me. Oh, me. Everybody wanted to steal her from me. As soon as Foxy Brown got hot, everybody wanted this girl. Y'all weren't even thinking about this girl. Y'all was all chasing the light skinned girl. Now Foxy Brown blew up. Now everybody want my girl. Laura Winslow versus Myra. Yeah, Myra. Laura was cool, but Myra was the truth. Uh, um, Tay say Thelma Evans. Well, ain't nobody messing with Thelma. Nobody. It ain't a woman on TV in the history of television that's messing with Thelma. This man insane is crazy. BET Awards versus Soul Train Awards. I say BET Awards. Soul Train Awards started off good, but then I don't know what happened to that. They fell off quick, fast, and hurry. BET Awards trash too. Now, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't even want to get into it, man. I don't know. I just wish we should stop promoting stupid stuff all the time, man. We gotta grow up sometime, bro. Ricky Lake versus Jenny Jones. I think I'm gonna go with Ricky Lake. I think I'm gonna go with Ricky Lake. I like Jenny Jones too back in the day, but even Sally Jesse Raphael was my show. I actually like Sally Jesse Raphael more, but Ricky Lake was cool. Jenny Jones had a lot of good stuff on there, but Jenny Jones was getting people unalive too. She was real messy, super messy. I remember I was in the barbershop. I almost had to stump out this old head, man. Dude pissed me off to no end. Now, he like my age now. So he in like his, he like almost 50. So then I'm in the barbershop. This is my cousin barbershop. And them niggas used to hate on me crazy. Anyway, I was a young dude, plenty jury, you know what I'm saying? And you know how you catch somebody sizing you up, plotting on you? They used to do that to me all the time, right? Old ninjas. And what saved me pretty much was because my cousin. Everybody knew my cousin, so they respected him, so they didn't get down. But anyway, we in the barbershop, and they got the TV on Jenny Jones. And remember, Jenny Jones used to do this episode or these little segments where it'd be like from geek to chic or something like that, where you used to be a geek or get bullied or in high school and middle school or something, and then you come back and now you did a makeover and you want to confront the bully or something like that. So this dude, he was on there and he wanted to confront this girl that he's always try to talk to her and stuff, and she always called him, lame and a nerd, and she didn't want nothing to do with him. So dude ended up becoming like a bodybuilder, right? So and he's like a bodybuilder and a stripper or something. So he had got real buff or whatever. So he on stage with his shirt off, all the women going crazy, right? So then they bring out the girl, and they ask her, "Hey, you know who this could be? Who wants to see you after all these years?" And she like, "No, I don't know." So they bring the old boy out on stage. He come out. So old girl instantly know who he is. Now she's sweating, right? She like, "Oh my God, you look amazing. Are you single?" So I said, "Oh, look at this mess." So I'm talking about the fact that this chick was dissing him his whole life. Now you want him when he came up. So this old head in the barbershop, he assumed that I'm hating on old boy being in shape. This nigga gonna say in front of everybody, he like, "No, what you mean? No, young blood, you ain't doing that. We ain't finna do that up in here. No, man, that man in shape. You don't like it? Hit the gym. Man, you don't." I said, "What the hell is you talking about?" Like, "Nah, man, we ain't finna do." Man, I was so mad, I was about to slap dude with a pistol. But if you don't shut up talking to me like you somebody, you got 3 teeth in your mouth. 3. Talking about somebody hating on somebody, shut your ass up. They got Jerry curl and 3 teeth. Boy, I was mad as hell, bro. Now, what y'all say? Miracle Whip versus Mayo? Miracle Whip all day. Tay say sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie. That ain't even no contest. Sweet potato pie. I got one for y'all though. Well, it just see the mayo. It just depends on where you're from. Some people grew up with with mayo. If you grew up with mayo, then that's you're gonna like mayo. I grew up with Miracle Whip, Kraft Miracle Whip, and Kraft sandwich bread. I grew up with that. In the Midwest, we had a lot of that. We had mayo too, but so Kraft sandwich bread, Kraft mayo had a little sweetness to it, so I like that. Let me see here. Let me see. Look at the thirst. It's saying, boy, you gotta stop the thirst, man. Hey, somebody get this nigga a Sprite or something. This man can't leave one comment. Me versus Tay-Tay. Me versus 78 and Tay-Tay. Me versus Stephen L. and Tay-Tay. My God. I'm gonna get you a 2-liter Sprite and some ice. This is diabolical. Stephen L., I can't see your what's your comment, Stephen L.? I can't see it. Whoopi Goldberg versus Angela Bassett. In what? In acting? What you talking about? Whoopi Goldberg versus Angela Bassett in what? I gotta see what the question exactly is. You said the base box said I grew up with Miracle Whip and flipped to mayo as an adult. Mayo is good. Just depends. I can't have a lot of. So as far as looks, Angela Bassett. Said Pepsi versus Coke. That's tough. I'm going with Pepsi though. Go with Pepsi though. Coke's stronger. Yeah, Pepsi is a little more smooth for me, but Coke is like more powerful. Coke got that kick in it. It's just diabolical. Trump versus Reagan is crazy. I go with Reagan. Even though he was full of it. I ain't picking Trump over nobody. You say Goldberg versus Stone Cold? Stone Cold. You said Coke may still have Coke in it. Yeah, Coke is powerful. Neat say Cherry Pepsi. Hey, I love Cherry Pepsi too. Yep. Cherry Pepsi do it. But I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe it's a mental thing, I don't know. It might be mental. But didn't it seem like sodas tasted better like out of a bottle? Remember this glass bottle? When it was cold. Remember in the 80s you have a cookout, you had a glass bottle, and you reach down there and into the cooler and get that, man, Lord have mercy. You thought you was grown too. Drink that Coke, pop that, you pop the top, you just feel like you were drinking you a beer or something. You thought you was the grown up drinking them jokers there. Kind of whack now. So Denzel versus Samuel. Denzel. That's tough though, because Samuel the beast. Samuel Jackson is a beast. Welcome down Van Herder. What it do? Salute, brother. Who said it was real sugar back then? Okay. This nigga insane. He said big booties versus little booties. Me personally, I think it depends on the woman, but as long as she got a booty. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on the woman and her frame and all of that, what the qualities she got. But yeah, I like a nice round, you know what I'm saying? Something round to cuff on. Nick say absolutely Coke almost went out of business trying to change the formula and taste like Pepsi, you had to be there. Remember when they first came out with that what was it called? It was Coke. It was Coke something they came out with that was trash sauce. Everybody hated it, yeah, because they was trying to make it taste like Pepsi for no reason. Like, dude, some people like Burger King, some people like McDonald's, some people like both. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's ridiculous. Speaking of that, Burger King versus McDonald's. Let's hear that one. Okay, you said Burger King easy. Yeah, New Coke. Nick, that's what they was called, the New Coke. DP Rocker said he got whack arms. Okay, so most people picking Burger King. I'm surprised at that. That's how you know McDonald's falling off. McDonald's got more real estate. If this was Monopoly, McDonald's is they got the board on lock. You know what I'm saying? Because what they masters of is the real estate game. They get them locations. You can't drive 5 miles without running to another McDonald's. Maybe even 4 miles. I don't know. But um, Burger King, that flame boil, yeah, that hit different, man. I love Burger King, but McDonald's was like, McDonald's when you were a kid, McDonald's tasted just everything. As you get older, the only thing, if I had to eat McDonald's right now, the only thing I could eat from McDonald's right now would be filet of fish. Filet of fish is nostalgic to me. If I had to eat some McDonald's, it'd be filet of fish. That's it. I ain't had a Big Mac and I don't know when. Quarter pounders used to be my joint too. What you say? You said Wendy's has better fries than McDonald's. Hell no. Hell no. Wendy's got better. Well, I ain't been to Wendy's in a while. What did they do? Change their recipe? Ain't no way Wendy's got better fries than McDonald's. Said Golden Grounds versus Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch. Now Golden Grounds versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a me and Wilder used to debate that one. Thanks a lot, Will Sinclair. Reminded me. Nick said the fried apple pies is back in McDonald's for real. Oh, you talking about they used to have them? I know they used to have the fried apple pie. Yeah, yeah, I remember that fish sandwich from Burger King. Yep, Stormy. Yeah, I'm a big fan of fish sandwiches. The filet of fish is nostalgic for me because my mom used to always get them. She always get like two of them, and she'll have one for now, one for later, and she'll give me like cheeseburger or hamburgers because hamburgers be busting too. People think you ain't got to always put cheese on your sandwich. I'm telling you, sometimes hamburgers be busting too. But anyway, remember hamburgers was coming at white and brown paper. Cheeseburgers come in the yellow wrapper, if y'all remember. Let's see here. Say Apple Jacks. Yeah, I told you I take my Apple Jacks and I mix them with Fruit Loops back in the day. I get a box of Apple Jacks, a box of Fruit Loops, and I put them into this big cereal. I had this cereal dispenser, right? I mix them in there, forcing everybody in the house to eat the way I eat. Nino Brown versus Tony Montana. That's interesting. Nino Brown versus Tony Montana. I think Tony had a better run. I think Tony had a better run. Both of them went out getting rid of their best friends, though. Uh, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one, bro. I don't know. Pookie versus Ezel is crazy. I'm gonna go with Pookie though. If you're gonna be a crackhead, you might as well go all the way. Pookie was out there getting to it, wasn't he? Okay. Pookie versus Samuel L. Jackson, Gator from Jungle Fever. I got Gator, man. I think Gator possibly could have been the greatest crackhead on television history. Possibly. Possible. It's possible, man. He played that role something vicious. Let me see here. Homie Insane in the super chat. The two-piece appreciate the love. He says brown sugar Tay or cinnamon Tay. Yeah. This man can't stop. Please, baby. Please, please, please. Please. Please, please, please. I love you so. Please. Please, please, please. That man cannot stop. Yeah. Gator did smoke the TV, didn't he? He smoked it. I forgot that. Gator did. He stole his mama. Man, Gator was something vicious, bro. Gator was something vicious. Let me see here. Stephen L. said, girl, you know how I love you. No matter what you do. That man wild. Yeah, Gator had that crack. You know, I'm a crack head, y'all. Yeah, Gator was getting busy. Gator was getting to it, wasn't he? He said, now I don't want to go out here and hit one of these old ladies, but you know I'll do it. You know I'll do it. Yeah, Gator was hilarious. You know, Samuel Jackson said he actually smoked crack for that role, which is crazy. That's taking acting to a whole nother level. I could have sworn I heard him say in an interview that he literally went out and experimented with the rock. Crazy. Insane back in here. He said, "No matter what you do, Tay." See, I told you. He don't care. That man do not care. Said, "Lean on Me versus Dangerous Minds." Lean on Me. The reason why I go with Lean on Me, first of all, Lean on Me was a better movie. But Lean on Me was a true story about Joe Clark, a black principal, saving their school. Dangerous Minds was a white savior movie. Can't nobody reach these wild hyenas except for some caring liberal. You know how they do. They made a million movies like that too. They went on the whole run of just making crazy movies like that. Can't nobody save these ninjas except for us. We got to go out here and save them. Because they ain't got no daddies. Their mama's on welfare. They ain't got no impulse control. They all crazy. We got to be the voice of reason. Look at Neat Neat. Neat Neat say it was Ezel for her. That's cute. Look at Neat Neat way back in the day. Yeah, Neat Neat sent me a picture with her and Ezel. This is like this from the '90s. A hairstyle, y'all from the '90s. Mm-hmm. They said she's hungry. I'm hungry too. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today though. Probably gonna. I've been on like a burger kick. Oh, Nick said the principal. You talking about with Jim Belushi, the principal movie? Nick, don't let me find out you know about the principal because you know Eddie Kane was in that movie too. I was watching the principal yesterday. I was rewatching that one yesterday. And he played Victor Duncan in that movie. And Lou Gossett Jr. was in there. Clutch City, 71, with the two-piece Appreciate Love. It says Rush Hour versus Bad Boys. Good question. Good question. Yeah, I think I got Bad Boys, but that was Rush Hour was the shit. Look at this man. This man great. Send us some money. Send us some money just cause. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning, every day's a blessing. Send that girl some money. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah, The Principal was an excellent movie. I was watching that yesterday. Um, what else I was watching? Well, I got one for y'all. But see, I don't know if y'all like westerns though. Um, The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman now and Gene Hackman. So The Unforgiven versus Tombstone. Who y'all got? What y'all got? Both classics to me. You said the original Bad Boys with Sean Penn. That's one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah, yeah. I love both of the movies. I was watching Tombstone the other day. Yeah, Unforgiven is true. Okay, what you Shawshank Redemption? No, no, no. I take that back. I got one for y'all. American Me versus Blood In, Blood Out. American Me versus Blood In, Blood Out. Which one y'all got? Stephen L. got Blood In, Blood Out. Okay. Insane got Blood In, Blood Out. Okay. Eli versus Red Boy. If we just talking about pure Red Boy and Eli, I got Eli. If we talking about Red Boy crossing into something, I'm gonna take Red Boy because Red Boy crossing into everything. Red Boy Jeep, Red Boy Jocko, uh, uh, Red Boy Rascal. Like man, Red Boy go with everything. I haven't seen Red Boy Eli stuff, so And this Red Boy is just like Red Boy is basically Laurie seasoning salt. Felix Nunez says my Mexican friend is obsessed with Blood In Blood Out. I seen American Me before I seen Blood In Blood Out, so I liked American Me. I thought it was just raw and brutal. It's a brutal movie, man. Uh, Sad too, but but Blood In Blood Out, I love that one too. Um, Blood In Blood Out was longer, and it was they gave that one more time to build. American Me, they kind of rushed through it a little bit. There's a lot of politics surrounding that movie. People getting killed and stuff, unalive or whatever. Casino versus Heat. I'm taking anything over Casino, bro. I hate Casino, bro. I hate Casino. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, bro. It would have been such a good movie. You know what ruined the movie for me, bro? The fact that Ginger was getting that off on old boy, that was just irritating me, man. Cause like I hate to see dudes just go out like a sucker like that, man. Like, bro, what is you doing, bro? Let the girl go, bro. You a millionaire. You got mob ties, and you sweating this chick. She got the whole pimping behind her. She taking your money, giving it to the pimping, and then you mad at the pimping and not her. What is you mad at the pimping for? It's ridiculous, bro. I couldn't. I hate Casino. I swear I hate that movie, bro. Nick said, "I bet you love the old school movie Angel in the sequels." See, this is the benefit of a woman being in your age group, because you can have conversations like this. This is where grown women of a certain age have an advantage over the young chicks. The young chicks is cool when you want to go, smash the gas and whatever, what I'm saying, suck up all their youth from them and shit like that. But when you want to have a conversation, forget about it. Can't have no conversation with no young girl. Because after you get done relating and you turn the TV on, she playing on her phone, listening to NBA Young Boy. You don't know what he talking. And never tell me you did. Like, what is it? What you say? You never heard this? It's called like shut. Let's get out of my room. Get out of my room, please. But anyway, yeah, Angel. I should love them Angel series. I ain't watched them in years, but I should love Angel. Yep. Yeah, if I can find the movies, I wonder if they're on YouTube. If I can find them, I'll watch all of them. Okay, I got one for y'all. Goodfellas. It'll be hard to beat that one, huh? Goodfellas versus Donnie Brasco. Said, have I seen Supercell on Netflix? Yeah. But they only brought one season. Where was season 2 at? It's ridiculous. They should have been came out with season 2 of Supercell. Every time we got a good black show, they do that on Netflix. Start playing like they did Luke Cage. So everybody's saying Goodfellas. What about oh, they just finished filming. Okay, bet. From the say, because if they don't come out with season 2, I'm just gonna be done with Netflix. This straight trip. Jesse Lee and Posse versus Nat Love. I don't remember who was Nat Love. Which one was Nat Love? Let me look up Nat Love real quick. Oh, from How They Fall. Man, pack that movie up, bro. You know why I didn't like the How They Fall? The reason why I didn't like the How They Fall, I thought first of all, respectfully, because this is done by black folks, right? So I wanted to like the movie. I had high expectations for the movie, but I thought they did a horrible job with the costumes, man. Now I know what I'm about to say is gonna sound crazy because I think they won an award for their costumes, but they were way too clean. You in the Wild West, and everybody got just white shirts on, ain't no stains on them, ain't nobody sweating on nobody. Your hats is clean and ain't no dust or nothing. I'm like, bro, what is this? Y'all look like y'all on a Broadway show or something. Y'all supposed to look dusty. When you in a Western, you supposed to look dusty. That's the whole point. I just didn't like how this, but that's typical. That's how black folks is. Black folks don't like to get dirty, not even on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the backyard having a barbecue. It started raining a little bit, and you sitting underneath the tent. Then you get to walking around, and now you got a little bit of dirt on your shoes. I take the shoes off, come back outside with a fresh pair on. That's just what black people do. We don't like being dirty, even for a movie. But you gotta get dirty to be in a Western, man. Sheldon, what to do? Said Power or The Wire. I'm gonna go with The Wire. I never finished watching Power, so I can't really fully judge it. But I would go with The Wire though. To me, Power was cold in the beginning, but I ain't finished watching Power or they spinoffs. I got one for you, Insane Vampires versus Werewolves. You said Raising Canaan was actually good. My mama said the same thing. I ain't watched it yet. Yeah, I like werewolves more so than vampires. Vampires is cool and everything, but I don't know. Is it just me or is it like I don't know, man. I think vampires got like a zesty side to them. It's like all of them just be like they all move funny, like so they be having like this weird little like zesty little energy about them sometimes. Shit, Blackula versus Vampire in Brooklyn. I'm going with Blackula. I'm going with Blackula all day. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire was cold. That was a good movie, but it was like super zesty though. I think the best vampire movie where I couldn't see no zest for the most part was Lost Boys, probably. Oh, he said Posse was Black Major. Well, it sure was. Wasn't it People's Melvin Peoples? Wasn't it Melvin Peoples' daddy make that? Yeah, that's right. Blade too. That's right. Blade didn't have no zest in him. Yeah, Blade didn't have no zest. Well, actually, none of the black vampires had no zest in them. Yeah, Mario Van Peebles. Yeah, y'all smash that like button. Get the lights all the way up. Kid and Play versus Michael and Janet. That ain't no serious question. Shaft versus Action Jackson. I'm gonna go with Shaft. Action Jackson was my guy though. Action Jackson was my guy. But I'm mad at Action Jackson for the same reason I'm mad at Bruce Leroy. Neither one of them smashed Vanity. I don't get it. I don't think Action Jackson hit it or not. I know Peter Delaplane. What's his name? Was it Peter Delaplane? The white dude. I know he smashed her, but I don't know if Action Jackson hit it. I think he was playing and trying to be a good cop and all that mess. And then Bruce Leroy irritated me. Hey, bro, you out here taking penitentiary chances, risking your life, and this woman trying to show you some moves and whatnot, and you sit around here. Come on, bro. I never watched Black Dynamite yet. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch. Everybody keep asking me about Black Dynamite. I'm gonna watch it though. Yeah, he was a virgin. Man, Bruce Leroy was wild. He started dating her at the end of the movie, just in time for it to go off. And we couldn't see. You know what I'm saying? See nothing. Van Damme versus Jet Li. Jet Li. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Black Dynamite though. Matter of fact, let me see if it's on this thing here. I'm typing in this search engine because on my guy kept he been asking me for years to watch it. I just never sat down and watched it. One second. There we go. Okay. Let's see. It's on Amazon Prime. Dang. That rent it? Mm, it might be on YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can find it on one of my backup sites. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll probably find it. I'm gonna watch it online on one of my backup sites on Pluto. Okay. So you say Michael J. White got a new good movie called Oscar Shaw. Okay, check that out. I like Michael J. White movies. He's pretty cool. See Jet Li, Jackie Chan in a fight. Jet Li, better actor is Jackie Chan to me. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I've been on here too long. Been on here cooking. Gonna get on up out of here and run a few errands and stuff like that. Have sound in a minute though. Thank y'all for joining me today. Smash that like button and share the video. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty, mighty LDBC. And we up out of here. Deuces.